Happy holidays, Taurus. Welcome to your room scope with me. My name is Amanda. I just wanted to mention that I will be using the Medieval Scapini deck by Luigi Scapini this month for the tarot portion of the reading. Also wanted to mention, if you didn't get a chance to catch it last month, one of my students hosts an internet radio show over at Solar Temple Radio on Blog Talk. And she and I chatted a little bit, and you can follow the link here in the video or below the video if you want to check that out. We just talked about spirituality and runes and kind of getting in touch with your own intuition, psychic development, that sort of thing. So if that interests you, be sure to check that out. Also wanted to mention I will have holiday gift certificates available through November 17th. So if you'd like to give the gift of a reading to a friend or loved one, just drop me a line at runescopes4u@gmail.com. That's the number 4 and the letter U. And we can get that set up. It is just a PDF file. I email it to you, and then you can print it out or email it to the person you'd like to give a reading to. But yeah, just contact me by November 17th. After that, things get a little dicey. I'll be away for the holidays, etc. So but let's jump in and see which runes want to chat with you. As I always do, please keep in mind, as I always mention, I should say, these are general readings. So what that means is not all of these messages will apply specifically to you. Those that do not are for other Taurus people out there watching, your fellow bulls and bullets. So please do keep that in mind. You can also watch the video for your rising sign, which I do always suggest because that will contain further messages for you. It can also just clarify some things that seem a little bit, murky or are kept very general because so many people are watching. So definitely check out your rising sign video. If you'd like a reading that is only for you, please do schedule one with me. I do those live on Skype, and they are $5 for minutes. Now's a great time to get one because we'll be looking at teen, and you can beat the rush that I get in January. I normally book up really quickly. So if you want a reading, just to kind of see what's going to be shaken down for you, and go ahead and drop me a line and we'll get that set up. And you can go into the holidays knowing what's in store. But let's see here, Taurus, what is going to be happening for you and her. Well, it looks like for many of you, your focus is going to be on a partnership. Does not have to be romantic. This could be, as I always mention, but everybody's like, that's the first place we all go. But, any friendship, any family, any relationship, coworkers even, those are partnerships. Anybody that you're working with, dealing with, having one-on-one interaction with. But coming up next to this is the Queen of Cups. Now, Queen of Cups is normally associated with the water signs. So this could be a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer person. Does not have to be female, but for most of you, she is presenting as a woman. She's the most psychic of the queens. She's very probably creative, very gifted, very nurturing, very in touch with emotion. And I mean, that's where she expresses from. She expresses from the heart first. And she can sometimes be a little lackadaisical, a little bit. She can be one of these people that kind of zones out, and you'll be talking and then be like, well, where did you go? They just kind of sometimes will check out, and it's like the cups people, the court cards, are very connected to the other side. They're very connected to other dimensions even. So they will kind of really get lost and can really kind of get lost. And everybody's like, where did you go? We were just having a conversation, and then your eyes kind of went, and you can tell because their eyes do kind of just zone, they kind of look far away. But for many of you, this could be a new partnership forming with this person. Now, for some of you, particularly you Taurus ladies, you could just be taking on the attributes or the traits, becoming more water-like. I'm sure some of you have a water sign rising. It could be that side of your personality that's presenting itself more or coming more to the surface in a partnership. The more feminine side, the more, the less career focused, but the more kind of home and nurturing focused side of you. And that's great. Let that side come out and play. But for you guys, this could be a significant relationship developing because this is the first thing that comes up. I mean, you certainly could meet in her, but I feel like for many of you, this has already started. This has already begun. Now, some of you, this does not have to be, again, romantic. This could be, just a close friend that you're spending a lot of time with. It could be a business partnership, someone that you are thinking about going into business. Maybe you are the more, practical side of things, and she's the creative side. So this could be symbolizing an entire creative side of a project or company. But you also have the Ace of Wands in reverse with Manas in reverse here for her. So I feel like there's a lot of opposition coming at you here for some of you, Taurus. And I mean, this could be a group of people. This could be family opposition. I just see gossip and trickery around, but particularly around a group of people. So this could be coworkers. I mean, you could feel like you're being gossiped about, talked about behind your back, like people have, kind of have it in for you. Some of you feel blocked from opportunities or from being able to express or defend yourself because maybe you're just finding out secondhand things that are being said about you. Now, Taurus, these energies can always work in both ways. So it could be that you are kind of drawn into gossiping about someone else. So, I mean, you could be kind of in the thick of it, but I mean, that really wouldn't be your normal MO. I kind of feel like this is just you kind of hearing secondhand. Maybe it's about this partnership. I mean, maybe some people are just, snipping because maybe you're not sharing information. I kind of get the feeling that you're not. I think that's good. Because we do have the rune of the hidden Pedro up here. So you'll be kind of keeping things quiet about this, keeping things to yourself. And I think that's a good course of action because there are already just a lot of people gossiping about you. And maybe particularly about your relationship, maybe particularly about your personal life. People are very interested in your personal life, Taurus. And this could be just the holidays. You're going to the holidays and everybody's asking questions. And then that they're going, off in another room and talking about how you didn't answer clearly or things like that. But for those of you that this is a work situation, I mean, I feel for most of you, it's personal. It's a relationship situation. But there may be something going on at work where you feel like someone's got a group has gotten the wrong idea or a group has talked negatively about you to someone in power, and that's blocking you from being able to move ahead. I feel like that is, for many of you, you're right on. I think that your intuition has definitely picked up on what's going on here, and we'll see as we move along if there's a general solution here. It may be something that would be better served in a private reading because it's probably very well going to be different for all of you how to handle that because each situation is so specific. But we'll see what we've got. I do see that you have protection and luck around you with Thurisaz here. So that means you'll be in the right place at the right time to, number one, find out who's talking about you, find out what's being said. I feel like whatever has been hidden, you're going to be able to, your spirit guides are going to make sure that you're in the right place to find out what's going on so that you can properly deal with it. Because if we don't know what's going on, who's saying what, who's causing the problem, we don't really know where to, direct our focus to correct a problem. Now, what's coming up as a help to you in her? We've got the Pope, which is the Hierophant in other decks, in reverse. And then we also have, this is where Pedro is, but then also Awaz. So I feel like the help that's coming to you is doing things in an untraditional way. Maybe some of you are not going home for the holidays. And maybe you normally do. And that's what's causing people to chatter. And taking it personally, getting angry. Some may be particularly angry with the Ace of Wands here in reverse, feeling like it's a slight or, taking it as an insult. And maybe some of you intend it that way. I don't know. Again, it'll be different for all of you, but unconventional, untraditional ways and not following the rules are going to help you in not doing the things you would normally do, not handling things in the way that you normally would. And Capricorn, sort of had a similar message of, you know, if you've always handled things in a certain way or similar situations in a certain way, and you had a certain code or rules that you would follow, flip that on its head and try something different, because I think you're going to be acting uncharacteristically, but I think that's good. I think that's people are going to be like, wow, you know, it's like, I don't even know this person. So you have some surprises, Taurus. You guys can sometimes, with the other earth signs, be lumped in as predictable, practical. You know, I think you're going to be turning that on its head a little bit. And I, I just get a very specific message. It's like, yeah, there's a Taurus out there who's like, okay, well, I'm going to go to the grocery store without a list. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go and fly by the seat of my pants. Super risk taker, whoever that is. So yeah, but that just totally came from elsewhere for one of you out there. One of the more of you that would be like, yeah, that's about as risky as I would get. But really, I do feel like this is going to be beneficial for you. This is how you get answers. This is how you reveal things. Keeping secrets, playing your cards close to your chest, and like we were talking about, is good. Maybe you don't normally do that. Maybe you do normally share things with family, share things with friends, but in this, in this month, you don't want to, or at this time, you don't feel like it. You feel like you want to keep it for yourself. And I feel like for many of you, it has to do with this partnership again, or this relationship. Now, interestingly enough, this is also the tarot card, the major arcana card associated with Taurus, and it's flipped on its head. So that means, the less Taurian-like you behave, the more you're going to see kind of shake loose, and the more you're going to feel like you're getting answers, or that you're making progress. So just keep that in mind. If you forget everything else, I would just remember that. That would be the overall message, I think, for Taurus. And it can be difficult to do that. It means we're going outside our comfort zone, but that is, normally when we're rewarded, when we take risks or don't behave in an expected way, because maybe we've been behaving that way our whole lives and getting lackluster results. Well, the only way to change that is to change the way we are handling situations. Now, what can't be changed about the month of November is pretty fantastic, because you got the Sun card and Iwas, which are both signs of new beginnings, of rebirth, of birth. Some of you very well, the Sun has associations with children, and so does Iwas with fertility. So you could very well be, some of you, giving birth. Some of you be giving birth specifically around November 21st, the Sun's birthday, the Sun celebration. So yeah, I feel like there's just a positivity that no matter what else is going on, it can't be permeated for you due to a new beginning, a new relationship, something that you are birthing, something that you are, plants, seeds that you've planted and are now watering. I just see an exuberance and a lot of energy with you in Taurus, and just feeling like you're unstoppable, really. I just feel like this chatter or whatever this is, well, whoever's trying to cause you problems, you're just going to kind of laugh about it. It's just going to kind of roll off. You're not going to let it get to you. And you shouldn't, because there are a lot of positive things happening for you. You do have the Three of Coins in reverse. So again, this is just kind of reiterating that for a lot of you, this is in a work situation, people that you're having problems collaborating with. Maybe there is no collaboration. Maybe it's other people who have dropped the ball, but they're trying to blame it on you. There seems to be some passing the buck, passing the blame going on. Someone trying to take credit for your ideas. And again, just remember to handle it in a way that you normally would not. And that's how you're going to find the answers. But I really do feel like with this rune here, the Risas, and also you have the Sun rune, Sigel, which is interesting. We have the tarot card and the Sun rune here. So it is really a month of, you kind of being in the limelight. And you being the center of attention, Taurus, and not a lot of you be comfortable with that. But for those of you who are, maybe in your profession, if you're a celebrity or you're someone who is in the public eye in some way, there's always going to be detractors. There's always going to be nosy people. There's always going to be people, that you're not their cup of tea, and that's fine. Pay attention to those that have nice things to say. So don't pay attention to these naysayers. And I really don't think you're going to, because you're on such an unstoppable journey, many of you, that I feel like is when you really kind of start feeling better about where things are going and the opportunities available to you. And anything connected to work or collaboration that's not going swell, I feel like you're going to find a way to deal with it. You're going to find out who's behind any negativity being directed at you or said about you, and you're going to handle it. And you're going to handle it in a way that is, I feel, embarrassing for the other party, which is great. But for overall, Taurus, yeah, just kind of keep things to yourself. Because I feel like that's going to be the best course of action. And yeah, just keep any relationships, new beginnings. Some of you may be hiding a pregnancy. You may not be telling family about a pregnancy or plans that you have about that as well. That's another way that can work. So, but good luck. It looks like a fantastic year for you, Taurus. Any slings and arrows you will divert or block. So happy holidays once again, and I'll see you back here.